We are buying the highest mileage Tesla Model S on cars.com. What could go wrong? I just want to get back into a more reasonable car and maybe stop concentrating so much on new, which we'll still do, new vehicles, but just wanting to get into a more affordable vehicle. And I've done a lot of research and figured out a lot of stuff on these older Teslas. They can be problematic. They can be wonderful cars, but they can also be problematic. So you have to understand everything going into it. And inevitably, with owning an older car, you're gonna have to do more and more maintenance. You're gonna have to replace parts, do all sorts of stuff. So I want to learn more about that and really dive into that just to see if it's manageable for people to actually own an older electric vehicle. So let me go through how I kind of chose this vehicle, and I'm supposed to pick it up tonight. So we'll see if that sale actually happens and go from there. So basically came to cars.com, searched. I wanted to see the higher mileage Teslas, and this one showed up. So this is a 2013 Tesla Model S P85 Plus. I really love the way this vehicle looks. That is one of the reasons that I chose this one. It's also a private party, and the gentleman seemed very nice, very knowledgeable about his car. It is a one-owner car. I just felt really comfortable about it. So since this is a 13, it's also got the rear seat, so that'll be nice, especially for kids. Look at this. This is crazy. This car brand new is $115,000. That's just bananas. The gentleman was asking $17,000. I am purchasing it for $16,000. I am going to drive this car every day and take it on road trips and do everything that somebody would have if it was their only vehicle. And eventually this will be my only vehicle. So now it can be problematic to own these older vehicles, especially with the high miles, because of the high voltage battery pack. There can be some issues. It's one of the first battery packs that Tesla came out with, and there is a lot of errors that can happen within that battery pack, and that's just the battery pack. Then you talk about the drive unit, and this one is the large drive unit. There can be some issues with that. This is all the stuff that I want to try to help people with that are looking at potentially purchasing a used Tesla, and also looking at the specifically the drive unit, some of the stuff that you can do to hopefully help prevent it. We'll look at the high voltage battery pack too and see if there's anything. So if you know any information on these high voltage battery packs, definitely leave it in the comments below. We'll explore those and then go through all the maintenance, make sure that the brakes are good and the struts, and this one does have the air ride, so we'll have to look at that. All those sorts of things. But on this one specifically, the high voltage battery pack was changed in 2017. It was changed about 80,000 miles ago. And that starts off right away, like it can be a problem with the battery pack. They get these error codes, and it seems like they happen when you have a software update, or you update the MCU, or you get done supercharging. So this kind of plays out pretty good. This gentleman is very nice, and he's actually on a trip, and he happens to be coming through Nebraska, and so I am going to go up to Omaha and get this vehicle because he's road tripping it. So that eases my mind a little bit, because he has to supercharge it multiple times, and so if there's a problem with the battery, that's going to obviously show up at that point. That's not 100% across the board. It could show up just randomly a week later, but anyways, there's a lot with these battery packs that people can do to try to hide some of the issues. And so I felt really comfortable with him, just asking him all these questions. He answered every single question. Like I said, he was a one owner, so he'd had the vehicle, took it to the Tesla Tesla service center for a lot of the work, so there's documentation on all the work. So I just felt really comfortable with this car, and that's one of the reasons I picked this car with such high miles. I hope this sale goes through, and we'll see you tonight if it ends up going through. What do you think, bud?
It's called, it's the new model, it's the old Model S, right?
Yeah, it's new to us. It has 205,000 miles on it, bud. Can you believe that?
We used to have one, right?
When you were real little.
Yeah. Back here is like seats that we might show you.
Should we show them the seats?
Yeah.
All right, we'll show them when we get home, as long as there's some light. If not, we'll shoot the rest of this in the morning, but everything went well.
Yeah.
Mom's back there.
And I got the red panda.
Ollie loves red pandas.
Well, here it is, our new to us Tesla Model S. So this is a 2013 P85 Plus with 180,000 miles. Is that the right number, Steve? 205, just kidding, 205,000 miles on it. Battery was changed about 80,000 miles ago, but it definitely has high miles, so we are well aware that there's gonna be things that we are gonna have to fix on this. A lot of you don't know that we did have a Tesla Model S previously. Steve loved it. He had talked about it over and over and over again. This is pretty much an identical car, except for one big major thing, and so I think that Steve just really wanted to go back to that car. We picked this particular one for a couple reasons. One is that it does have the free supercharging for life, so that's super nice. And the other thing is that it has, they're not up, the jump seats. This has to come out, right? One annoying thing is this has to come out and be stored someplace else, which not good for us. It's an old car, so we'll be okay with it. The jump seats. This is our kids' favorite part of this thing so far. They love sitting back here, at least Madison and Oliver. Kennedy says she's a little bit too tall for it and doesn't like it very much anymore. But it is great because it gives us the option to bring somebody back from school with us or that kind of a thing if we need some extra seats in the car. This was kind of the big selling point because almost like all of the Teslas at this age have the free supercharging, right?
Yeah, if it's traded through Tesla, they take it off. You have to buy it from a private party.
Another reason why we decided to pick this one is it was really well maintained. The guy that had it was obviously very meticulous, cleaned it out very well, and the only reason that he got rid of it is he upgraded to a plaid. So who would blame you for switching to a plaid? We'll give you a quick little tour of it, but that's kind of a quick rundown, and you'll be seeing a lot more of this on the channel coming down the line. But let's take a quick little tour. So, I mean, it's your typical Tesla Model S. You've got your 3 seats back here. And then, so obviously not a refreshed Model S, but what you're typically used to seeing from a little bit older Model S. But obviously this one was very well maintained, super clean. The seats are in good condition. It's not the Rivian. I can't push the button on the front of the car. You know, I had forgotten how big this space was when we got it. This frunk on this thing is actually huge. I had forgotten how big it was. And I also forgot how much I hate closing the hood on a Tesla, but at least I can do it now and I don't stop every time. There it is, lots more to come on this car. We do know that we're gonna have to replace at least one of the wheels at this point. The airbag, I think one of the airbags leak or something like that. And other than that, I almost forgot. Steve's like, don't forget about this. It has the moonroof, which is another reason why we really like this particular year and style of Teslas, because it has the moonroof, and we're moonroof kind of people, and we don't have it in the Rivian. So a lot of people may be wondering, what cars do we have? So the Hummer is officially gone at this point. We do still have the R1T and the R1S, but one of those is gonna have to go. So you'll have to come back and check out what decision we make. Leave a comment down below what you think we're gonna stick with and what you think's gonna go, because we are gonna get back down to the 2 EV family. But if you like this video or you wanna check out all of our adventures with driving a very high mile Tesla, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video.